Imagine standing on a cliff, high above a quiet ocean, the wind gently brushing your face. There's no sound but the waves and your own breath. Now imagine that within that stillness, a voice starts speaking, not from outside, but from within. And it never stops. That's your inner roommate. That's the voice most of us spend our entire lives listening to, reacting to, believing in. But what if that voice isn't you? What if you could silence it, or at least detach from it? What if freedom was simply one decision away? The decision to let go. Hello, I am Alloy, and welcome to Audiofybooks, where you will find excellent audio summaries of books in a very easy and interesting way. If you want to learn from new books, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with today's book. Michael A. Singer's The Untethered Soul opens up like a spiritual portal, offering you a completely new way to experience your life. But it doesn't do it through religious dogma or New Age fluff. Instead, it pulls back the curtain on the one constant in all your life experiences, your consciousness. Not your thoughts, not your emotions, but the awareness that notices both. That's you. And the moment you realize that, your entire world begins to shift. The book begins with a powerful idea. You are not the voice in your head. Let's take a moment to let that sink in. Think of the last argument you had, or the last time you were really anxious. You probably had a non-stop reel of thoughts racing through your mind, judging, analyzing, criticizing. Now ask yourself, if you're the one hearing those thoughts, who's doing the talking? And more importantly, who's listening? Singer calls this mental chatter your inner roommate. Imagine living with someone who never stops talking, constantly judges everything, and flips moods like a switch. You wouldn't trust them. You'd probably move out. But we live with that voice every single day. And worse, we think it's us. Now imagine watching your thoughts like clouds drifting across the sky. You don't try to control them. You don't cling to the happy ones or run from the scary ones. You just notice them and let them pass. That's the practice of becoming the witness, the observer. And that, Sinner argues, is the beginning of true freedom. But becoming the observer is just the start. The next step is facing the energy that lives inside us, energy we've trapped by clinging to pleasant experiences and resisting painful ones. He explains this through a powerful analogy. Imagine every painful experience you've ever had, every heartbreak, betrayal, or rejection, as a thorn lodged in your heart. Instead of pulling the thorn out, you build your life around protecting it. You avoid certain people. You filter your words. You build walls. That's how most of us live, trying to avoid anything that touches our inner pain. But real peace comes not from avoiding pain, but from releasing it. And here's where the book becomes profoundly practical. You don't need to fix the world around you. You need to stop clinging inside of you. When something stirs your inner discomfort, instead of closing off, Singer urges you to stay open. Keep your heart open, even when it hurts. Let the energy rise and let it pass. This is how you clear decades of trapped emotional energy. This is how you heal. He shares a story of watching his own fear come up while walking through the woods at night. Instead of pushing the fear away, he leaned into it. He allowed it, and as he did, the fear lost its grip. He didn't fight the emotion, he observed it, and it melted on its own. Imagine what would happen if you stopped trying to control every emotion and just allowed yourself to feel it. Imagine how light you'd feel. Now, at this point, you might wonder, if I'm not the voice and I'm not the emotion, then what am I? This is where the book invites you into the space of pure awareness. You are the one who sees, the one who hears, the one who experiences everything without being any of it. Think of yourself as the sky, vast, spacious, and untouched, while your thoughts and emotions are just the weather passing through. Some days are stormy, some are clear, but the sky is always there. And when you rest in that awareness, when you stop identifying with the ever-changing noise, you start to feel a peace that has no reason, a joy that doesn't depend on anything, a stillness so deep it can't be disturbed. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Singer explains that life is always trying to help you grow. Every situation, especially the uncomfortable ones, is an opportunity to let go of what's holding you back. When someone insults you, that's life giving you a chance to release your need for approval. When plans fall apart, that's life offering you the chance to surrender your need for control. He says it beautifully. If you want to be happy, you have to let go of the part of you that wants to be unhappy. Read that again. Happiness isn't something you chase. It's something that arises when you stop resisting life. Let's pause for a moment and really feel this. Imagine going through a stressful day. Traffic, deadlines, rude coworkers. And instead of reacting with anger or stress, you just notice. You breathe. You smile inwardly. You stay open. That's the untethered soul. A soul that is no longer bound by the circumstances around it. Singer also dives deep into the concept of death, not to scare you, but to wake you up. He says, if you truly understood that your time is limited, you'd stop wasting energy on petty things. You wouldn't care so much about being right or looking perfect. You'd love more, forgive faster, live fully, because death isn't the end. It's the ultimate motivator to live now. And one of the most moving sections of the book is about surrender. Not in a weak, passive way, but in the strongest, most powerful way possible. To surrender means to stop fighting life, to trust that there's a deeper intelligence at play, that when things don't go your way, maybe they're going a better way. It's the shift from why is this happening to me to, I wonder what this is here to teach me. Singer's own life is a testament to this surrender. He built a billion-dollar software company, not by chasing success, but by letting go of his preferences and saying yes to life as it unfolded. When he wanted to meditate in silence, life asked him to run a business. So he said yes, and life unfolded in magical ways. So what does this all mean for you? Right now, in your real, everyday life, it means that the next time your heart tightens, or your mind races, or your anxiety spikes, you have a choice. You can close down, or you can stay open. You can contract, or you can let go. You can react, or you can witness. And in that choice lies your freedom. You don't need to fix the world. You just need to stop trying to protect yourself from it. Life was never meant to be controlled. It was meant to be experienced. And your soul, once untethered, was meant to fly. So maybe the question isn't, how can I be happy? Maybe the real question is, what am I still clinging to that's keeping me from it? That, my friend, is the message of the untethered soul. And once you get even a glimpse of what it feels like to live untethered, you'll never want to go back.